Can I go now?
Well guys, we've done it. It has officially been 1 year of Lenny Lifts. 1 year ago today, as of the day you guys are seeing this, I uploaded day 3 of 75 Hard. 1 year ago today, as of me recording this, I uploaded day 0 of 75 Hard. I know I posted a short a couple weeks back basically saying happy birthday to the channel and everything. Because technicality wise, it was the channel's like 1 year since creation. But to me, this is the 1 year anniversary of Lenny Lifts. This is when I started 75 Hard, and this is what started me down the path to where I am now. And I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the support in getting me here, in enjoying the content, coming back so that I know people are actually watching these videos and I'm not just talking into a camera in my room for literally no reason whatsoever. So for this video, I have a couple things planned. First off, I wanted to take like a little look back at the recap of what this past year has been for the channel. What we've done, what we've accomplished, what we've made and put out, where we started and where we are. Second, I asked you guys some questions over on Instagram and my YouTube community page, and I'm going to answer those questions here. And finally, I'm going to talk about the plans for Lenny Lifts, where we're to right now, where we're going moving forward, and what's on the horizon. And I'm also going to change this shirt because I put this one on to record this video, and it's a long sleeve, and it is way too warm in my room for a long sleeve right now. So, let's get this started. Let's do a little timeline recap. In July-ish of 2023, I discovered 75 Hard. Came up on my TikTok feed. And I said, this is something I want to do. I want to push myself to see if I can actually stick through this challenge of bettering myself. So I said, I want to throw in an extra step. I want to hold myself accountable. I want to record it. The reason of me recording this was for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to record it just so I had receipts. I could look at somebody and say, hey, I did it. I did the challenge. Here's the proof. But I also wanted to hold myself accountable. I was going to upload on my YouTube, and in the event that someone did come across the videos and stuck through it, I'd be held accountable to that one person, because they'd check and they'd say, oh, he missed a day. There's no video. What happened? So it was kind of a way for myself to make sure I stayed on track doing the challenge. So September of 2023 hits, and the challenge begins. So on September 5th, I uploaded day 0. Day 0 is basically just me sat in my room, much the same as I am now. Same desk, same chair, same setting. The only difference was I desperately needed a haircut.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
And I explained what was going to happen with the challenge moving forward and how we were going to go about doing this. I edited it up and I hit upload that night. Then the next day was day 1. It was a pretty routine day. It was just me getting into the new groove of things and how everything was going to be going moving forward. Just getting used to the eating, the workouts, the exercises. Just getting used to what my new day in, day out would be. Day 2, much the same, except day 2, for whatever reason, blew up. You guys really liked day 2. A lot of people really liked day 2. And that gave the channel a big boost and made me realize, maybe I could do videos for more people than just myself. Day 9 hits and I start work at my current job, as well as catch a shiny Apom playing Pokemon Go. This is still the current job that I'm working at now, where I've since been offered a permanent position. So, you know, it's always good news. On day 27, the channel hit 100 subs. This was a big milestone for me, as I didn't expect to get any more than like maybe 20 subs on this channel. As again, it was just supposed to be a journal for me to keep track of 75 Hard. On day 40, we hit a huge milestone. We hit a 4-plate squat. This was massive to me. Before I had a coach, I could struggle to squat a plate. And working back and forth with him, we finally got me up to the point where I was squatting 4 plates. And ever since then, my squat numbers have just gone up. So that was a huge milestone for me. On day 53, I bought a new car. This was my first time ever owning a brand new vehicle. Everything else I had owned before this, up to that point, was just cheap garbage I bought off Marketplace for like $500 off just some guy on a corner. So this was a huge milestone for me, not even in the channel, just in life. This was a big day for me. And then finally, on November 18th, it happened. We finished 75 hard. 40 pounds down, a lot of kilometers walked, a lot of books read. We had finished the challenge. But we didn't have a whole lot of time to celebrate, because just around the corner, we had a meet to prep for. So we began prepping for my first powerlifting meet, Metro Meltdown. And again, once again, I decided I wanted to record and document the entire thing, start to finish, just to be transparent so people who want to get into the sport could see what it's like, to see what building up to your very first powerlifting meet when you know nothing. So December 3rd came and I uploaded the first episode of the Metro Meltdown prep series. I competed on January 27th, came out of it with a 480 kilogram total, a 9 for 9 day, body weight bench. It was a huge day for me as a lifter, really pushing myself and proving to myself that I was capable of more than I thought. And from there, we just had fun with content. I trained like an anime character for a day. I did Mash's workout. I ate like a bodybuilder for a day. I reached out to Ryan Shea and we collaborated on that video. Then we did a second meet. We went to Newfoundland Labrador Powerlifting Association Provincials. This was big for me, like to go to a provincial level meet. And since that, we've done stuff. We finally released the AI workout video. We did another collab video. I did the bodybuilding leg day with Jared. And yeah, that pretty much brings us up to today, where we stand today, 1 year later. So, as I mentioned earlier, you guys asked questions on Instagram and the community page. I'm going to answer some of those now. Just wanted to give you guys a little Q&A, give you guys a chance to ask whatever questions you guys have wanted to ask. Alright, so let's get into the questions. And apologies, but I am going to use my phone for this because I have them screenshot on my phone and I'm not going to keep spinning around to remember them. First question, what's your trick for keeping the weight you lost off? My fitness pal. And staying disciplined to myself. In simple terms, I knew how hard I worked to get that weight off, and I knew how badly I wanted to keep it off. So I, as much as everyone hates to hear the same cliche response, I just stayed dedicated and disciplined to myself, logging my food in my fitness pal, not skipping out. If I wanted to eat like shit one day, I'd eat like shit one day, but I made sure the next day I was in a deficit to make up for what I ate over. Basically, you just have to make sure that you're either hovering in the same area or eating less. Getting back to my maintenance calories was a little awkward and a little difficult, but once I found it, we hovered around there. Second question is, when SBD video wa? This was John. And John, you know exactly when SBD video. We've talked about this. So that is coming up in the next couple weeks. What was your BSD when you started versus now? I believe that is, you mean SBD. So when I started, I was squatting, 365 squat and dead were pretty much neck and neck, I believe. And 225 bench. Now the numbers weren't super, they didn't stay super stable because of the amount of weight I lost, really affected my totals. But now, a year later, we are up to a 410 squat, I believe. 485 deadlift and 250 bench. The 250 bench was sloppy. And I haven't hit 485 dead in a while. But I've also switched to sumo deadlifts. And sumo deadlifts have caught up and are more consistent than my squat, or than my conventional deadlifts ever were. Just wondering why your squat form is asymmetrical. So that is an imbalance in my shoulders. It's something I've been working on. I believe it needs chiro, but work won't cover chiro unless I get a referral from a doctor, and getting a family doctor in Newfoundland is impossible. But it is an imbalance in my shoulders. I can't get stuff super comfortable on one side, so I kind of make up for it on the other side. I do have a video coming out next week, actually. Link will be up in the info card once it's uploaded. I do have that video coming out next week where I work with a mobility coach who takes me just through some stuff to work on to see if we could get it warmed up, as well as me and my powerlifting coach. We're working with low bar to see if we can kind of force some freedom into my shoulders and keep stuff more symmetrical and more stable. How'd you get some cute, you know who asked this question, and it's because I'm hanging around you, you handsome bastard. What time of the day is your favorite to gym? 3:30 on a Saturday with the Saturday crew. All jokes aside, I like around shortly after lunch, 1-ish, throughout the week if I can, but I work a 9 to 5, meaning I'm stuck going at the worst possible time of 5 o'clock in the evening. I also can't do super early. I just don't have, my body kind of has a slow wake up. So I kind of need more time to wake up before I jump into heavy lifting. So I prefer around 1 or 2, or again, unless it's Saturday, I prefer 3:30, because that's when I can lift with the guys, and lifting with buddies is always when you feel at your strongest and you feel at your best. So shout out to the Saturday crew. I will see you guys in a couple days. When's the merch? God, I'd love to do merch. But I mean, I only have 240 subs. It's going to be a little awkward to kind of do merch. It ain't going to sell great. When the channel gets bigger, I definitely do want to do merch in the future. And if anyone watching this knows graphic design, knows I design ideas, stuff like that, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd love to work back and forth, try and figure some stuff out for when the time does come of getting merch. I have a couple things in mind that I would like to put out merch-wise, but again, we'll just see when the time comes and the channel grows a little more. I would love to have merch, though. What made you start making videos and want to post them on YouTube? So I started YouTube at the early age of way too young to be on the platform. I just loved making videos. I was always a creative kid. Still am I'd say a creative person. I just struggle to express it unless it's in the form of a video. So it was something I struggled with trying to find a way as an outlet, and I found making videos was my outlet. So as a concept of expressing myself, I started making videos. That obviously transitioned over into making reels and stuff on Instagram, and then eventually, as I said earlier, started posting stuff to YouTube under a fitness account just to keep myself dedicated to 75 hard, and then it eventually spun out to where we are now. And the final question is, who's that strong and handsome half Asian looking guy in the crop top? Spoiler alert, he's married. But, he knows exactly who he is. Alright, and finally, for the last section of this video, what's next? Right now, there are no meets on the horizon that I'm looking at. I think the next local meet coming up is the Bay St. George meet, but that's a while away, and I don't really want to travel for that. There are talks of another local meet after that, probably around January. So I will probably be doing that. Also, we have started with a new coach. I am now a member of Team Iron Bodyworks. So that is the same team that Kev is part of, as well as people like Lucas Wiseman, who anybody who's kept up with Canadian powerlifting would know. He went to Nats as the 120 for Canada. Big guy, great, super friendly guy. It's just a bunch of great people who train out there. And I'm looking to see how that training converts over to me. They're based out of Reps, so it was nice for me to work. With that being said, though, I'm still going to be making the same old content, making stuff that I feel is fun, informative, and stuff that you guys would want to see. I got a bunch of videos planned to work on, and I got some shot now that I have to edit up and get ready to get out to you guys. But there are still a lot of things worth sticking around for. We're not one and done. We still have plenty more to go with the channel, and plenty more channel birthdays to celebrate. With that being said, guys, I do want to thank each and every one of you for getting the channel to where it is today. It's your guys' love for the videos and passion for sharing them around. Your guys' subscribing, comments, likes, everything goes a long way when it comes to helping this channel grow and helping me fulfill that part that little kid Leonard wanted when he just wanted to make videos to make everyone else feel better about themselves and feel better in their day. So yeah, that's all I could think of. Also, now that I have a rest day on a Thursday, potentially gonna start streaming on Thursdays. I'm not totally sure if I will or won't. Thursday's a big day for me. My rest day throughout the week is a big day for me for editing. So I don't know, but that's just another reason to follow the Instagram. I may start streaming again. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one.
I can't. Too weird.